Yoski, man, what's good? What's good? So, I'm in another setting, bro. You watch any of my videos, I moved recently. Moved in with my peoples because, I got a new job. So I'm like an hour and a half away from one. I kick it at really reside. But I'm going to be here like Tuesday through Friday. And then, the other days, I'll be back on my spot, on my side. I'm going to still be posting videos, in that setting, wherever I'm at. Be trying to record a lot while I'm there. But, a lot of videos going to be here too. It just is what it is. The same message, just a different spot, bro. So, you see the title, man. This is kind of like, I don't know what the title going to be, but I know what I want to talk about. So, man, this is why, you need a lot of genuine people around you, but this is how you can, kind of tell somebody around you is genuine. Nowadays, I really only want you around me if you're genuine. If you're not a genuine person, if you don't genuinely want the best for me, then I really do not even want you around me. So, this is just from me dealing with a lot of people and just receiving a lot of genuine love from people and the people I kick it with. There's just a lot of the qualities that they all kind of share, as far as it goes to just being a friend, being a person that's, there for me, that want the best for me. So, like, first of all, a genuine person, they're going to allow you to vent to them, A lot of the times as humans, we don't want nobody to give us no advice. We just really want to get something off our chest. And you got a person that you saying something, they always pointing out how you wrong, and you literally just trying to just get something off your chest about how somebody made you feel, how someone rubbed you the wrong way, and they you shouldn't be doing this, well, really and truly this, really and truly that. Nah, they got it. These people know when to just let you vent, when you just want to get something off your chest, when you just want to talk to somebody. They know how to be that shoulder for you to cry on, and they don't have to say anything. They don't have to give you advice about what's going on. They can kind of sense like you really just trying to say this. You feel me? And not to say they're gonna be yes men, but they know, okay, cool. This person, I need to be here for this person and let them get this off, because this is how they was really feeling in this moment. You weren't thinking about the good and what they about to point out to you. You feel me? You was upset, and they let you express that. They don't judge you, however you feel. If it's bad or good, if they agree with it or not, they're not going to judge you. You said this world do this way? Okay, cool, I understand. I might not agree with your reaction from it, but I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm human just like you human, and they understand that. Regardless of if you're wrong, before they even give you their opinion on the situation, they let you vent, regardless of if they feel like you're wrong. You know what I mean? And you can hear when they giving you advice. Okay, cool. After you done vented, and it might be one of them times where you might be seeking advice. You know what I mean? They come, you can hear this passion in their voice when they expressing, okay, yeah, but honestly, woo. And you feel it in them. You understand? They not just kind of giving you a generic answer. Like, no, they, like in school, you want to use a part of this sentence to answer me back and then add your answer to it. Like they doing that. You follow what I'm saying? They giving you, okay, cool, yeah, I see why you did that. And, at the time I might have been doing that. But if it's something they disagree with you on, they give you an alternative perspective. And then as friends, if y'all agree to agree or agree to disagree, it's cool. Y'all don't leave the phone with no hard feelings, even if y'all something y'all don't agree on. There's no bad blood. Y'all not mad at each other, trying to one-up each other. It's none of that. And even if y'all get into it, because y'all just so passionate about each of y'all's side, the next day y'all are back on the phone laughing, talking about what happened, talking about something new. It's a lot of the emotional roller coaster of friendships and people getting mad at people for hurting their feelings. That's out the window. Because you feel this genuine love with these types of people, bro. When they speaking with you, they eye contact and they real stern. You know what I mean? They give you an answer. If y'all in person, they talking to you like, look, da-da-da-da-da-da. And you can see it, they body language, how they moving, how they reacting. You feel me? They passion in what they telling you. So you know they not just pulling nothing out the keister, man. So with that, it comes, a different type of person. This is kind of some of the signs I just find with like people that's not so genuine, or, people that don't really, want the best for you. And I want you to know these things because you got to be able to spot these things and get these people from around you. Because at the point of your life where you at, you trying to become a better version of yourself. You trying to self-develop. You don't need people who not genuine, that don't truly want the best for you around you at all. So, they never really listen or pay attention to what you got to say. So, it's kind of in one ear and out the other. They're not really too much speaking back to you if you saying what you know what I mean or what you think about that. Because sometimes you might be explaining a story and in the middle of you say, okay, yeah, so I did. Yeah, I was mad at him and I said this. What you think about how I went about that? And they kind of just say, well, nah, yeah, I probably would have did the same thing. Or, yeah, they might just say, yeah. They're not really listening to you. You know what I mean? You want somebody that's going to listen to you, that's selfless enough to take time from whatever they got going on, whatever they doing, even if they're not doing nothing. Take time to donate their focus to you for a moment. You know what I mean? And genuine people going to do this. Another thing, these people, non-genuine people, ingenuine people, however you want to say it, they invalidate your emotions. So when you expressing to them a certain thing and you tell them how it made you feel a certain way, they're like, man, you felt like that for what? Like, man, I wouldn't even felt like that, bro. Like, what is you even doing? Oh, you felt like this? You felt like that? Oh, you was doing that? Oh, man, that don't even make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn this myself, too, because in a relationship, I know that my shorty, back when I was in a relationship, it was like, you always say that don't make sense to you. You always say what I'm saying to you don't make sense to you. Whenever we in a relationship, men, we naturally argue logically. Women go off emotions. So this was kind of like my teacher of this, and it kind of had to humble me down. And I realized, bro, like, even though I might not feel like even though I know 2 + 2 = 4, in a woman's mind, if 2 + 2 = 5 right now, then that's what it's going to equal. And that's how she feel. And even though you might know she wrong, you got to look at it in the sense of, okay, if I was the one believing 2 + 2 = 5 right now, and then I was explaining to somebody and they wasn't trying to hear me, how would I feel? You follow me? And I had to really do that for real. It's easy to say it, but really do it. Just give you a perspective like, okay, cool. You realize everybody, it's almost like it's no wrong answers in a sense whenever you arguing with somebody. That's why I don't really like to argue. We can talk about it and feel where each other coming from, but arguing is really dead. Like, if I strongly feel this way, you strongly feel this way, us just continuing to go back and trying to one up and tell you, well, this is this and this is that. This is why I see this like this. This is why you see this like this. We'll never get nowhere because you still at the end of the day feel how you feel. I feel like 2 + 2 = this. You feel like 2 + 2 = this. And then we could do to change it. You feel me? Now, you might logically say something and your words might equal up to something raw that I can't counter. And I might say, okay, yeah, you're right. But I really still feel how I feel at the end of the day, So, they ingenuine people, they invalidate that. They don't want to hear that. It's, like I said, friends, sometimes you just want to vent to somebody. You just want to express yourself. A lot of the time, you're not even looking for somebody to say how you was wrong and things like that. You feel me? Because, if you self-developing and as you expressing yourself, you thinking about what went on, you taking time, you away from the situation, you start to figure these things out on your own, the things that the person who was invalidating your feelings was going to tell you. You know what I mean? So, whenever y'all, at these moments where y'all conversation might get a little spicy, might get a little heated, they like to bring up the past, the times where you was wrong, where they one-upped you. And look, man, remember when I told you this was this like this, and you didn't believe me, and you was feeling like this, and then I said this, and then you finally said, yeah, you kind of right. Like, you just got to believe me. You don't, like, I'm telling you, bro, I know this, I do this. Like, you got to believe me. I know what's going on. And, they like to kind of throw things in your face when they right, and they won't let you forget about it. If somebody genuine, regardless of who's wrong or right, they living in the present. We talking about the situation now, I'm donating my time and what's going on right now so I can understand this situation. This situation might have factors in it that omit the last situation that went on, but simply because I'm right, I'm going to bring it up. It kind of happened like this in arguments, I'm really was always the type of person, if we get into somebody, I hate when they throw something in my face, regardless if they did me a favor, if it's something that they said, something that I even might have been wrong about, and we done talked about it. Whenever we get into it again, you gonna throw it in my face, bro? Like, nah, they simply just want to be right all the time. They really selfish, you know, they not being selfless, and they turning your situation into their situation about how they was right. But I say all of that to say too, the thing about people that's not genuine is that doesn't mean that they won't change or they a bad person. You know, it just simply mean that based on the situation and the things that they're going through at the time, it's causing them to emotionally be unstable. So you still want to handle these people with a certain amount of love, but still be stiff with them too at the same time. You don't got to be rude and things like that, but you know, you want to keep your fair distance, have a nice stiff form of distance between y'all. You know, you can still converse with them if you want to. You can still, you know, listen to them if you want to and let them vent to you. But you know, you just know, like, okay, cool, the route that you on and the route that I'm on, I might not be able to express myself to you because you might not see it from the perspective that I need somebody to see it from. Because if I'm down and I'm thinking emotionally and you going through something and something that affected you a long time ago will alter the way you give me advice, and, you know, maybe I don't need to seek advice from you right now. You know what I mean? Or we just may not even need to be talking about things like this until, you know, something happens and I could say, okay, cool, I see them growing as a person, or I see them changing, you know. And you'll realize it, and they'll realize it too. And they'll respect that about you. You know, a lot of these things that go unacknowledged, but human nature and your gut feelings, they kind of make up for this. And a lot of things and intuitions and discernment, a lot of stuff you just, as you grow up, you realize it's true and it's real and it's out here. And, you know, you get thankful for situations and you get grateful for people you've dealt with, the good ones and the bad ones, because it's things that they teach you that you didn't know at the time. It might be right after the fact that you realize what they taught you, or it might be years down the line, something that you got into with somebody and you realize how it affected you and made you move because of that. You didn't notice that until something made you think about it and highlighted that in you. So, you know, it's a lot of different people out here in the world. If you self-developing and you trying to get on your grind, man, these are the type of people you want to be around, those genuine folks, those people that want to see others succeed and they want to succeed and they making strides, you know, towards it. They're not downplaying what you got going on. They're not downplaying your feelings and emotions, because we humans, we are emotional creatures. So whenever we express these things, especially as, you know, men nowadays, we don't really express ourselves. So the times that I do, you're not really, you know, it makes me want to ball up more and not talk to nobody about it, because the type of friend you've been. So keep that in mind too whenever somebody is seeking advice and venting to you and want to talk to somebody, talk about something to you. You may be showing signs of an ingenuine person. You might be truly in your heart genuine, but it takes you trying to be like this every day. This is not just something I say I'm a genuine person. I might be working towards this and somebody might call me on a bad day, and just based off what I'm telling you now, the way I'm reacting might be more related to the non-genuine person. These things you gotta work on every day.
That shit raw. Put my life in my run. My life no time. Ain't nobody gon' give me nothing.